Is this the best bootleg Spider-Man? Let's find out. So this bootleg is from CT Toys and it's a knockoff of Mafex. And as you can tell, it came absolutely twatted. So in good KO bootleg fashion, let's rip this bad boy open and see if it's worth the money. And here he is, fresh out of the packaging. And I have to say, for a bootleg, knockoff, KO, whatever you call this guy, he comes stacked with a load of accessories. So he's got loads of interchangeable hands, everything you'll need to use all these accessories with. So he's got open wall crawling hands, hands to put his webs in. He's got his whipping hands. Should have done that right. There you go, whipping hands. It's also got a nicely detailed backpack, which I'm guessing is meant to be like a web sort of material, which goes on the back of this guy. And he's got interchangeable heads, which it's got a bit of sloppy paint here on the eye and a little bit up here, but for a bootleg I can live with that because you can easily fix that with some white paint, a bit of black paint there. So yeah, I'm very impressed with it so far. And this guy also comes with a Peter Parker unmasked head, and that is very well detailed, especially for a KO like this. It's got all like the black venom on his neck piece. It's got a black wash on his hair. That looks very cool to me. What do you think of that? I am very impressed. So I've had many KOs over the years, and a lot of them just fall apart just by looking at them. But this guy so far, I'm impressed. And for the price, I got him from AliExpress. It cost me £15 to get into the UK. In America, I think it's about $18, $20. So an absolute bargain for what you get for the money. It's also got some webs, all different sizes, which is great to see. Fantastic looking. Very bendable. They don't hold the shape, but I don't think these are going to snap or anything, which is great. And he's also got a classic sort of like Mafex stand, and he's also got, which is pretty cool actually, he's got magnetic hands and magnetic feet. Very cool. So that's the accessories out of the way. Let's take a close look at the figure itself. So first impressions, this guy has come out very clean looking. It's got a lovely like black to blue shade on it. You can see as the light hits it, it's giving off that comic book Venom sort of vibe. Very nice looking, and it feels good in the hand. It doesn't feel like it's going to break, which is fantastic for a bootleg and for something of this quality for this price. I can't really knock it, to be honest. So his head, this is the one it came on in the package, and this has turned out a lot better than this guy, even though this one's got a bit more of a blue sort of hue to it. The eyes are a lot cleaner on the default head. I am liking that. So all the details, great to see. He's got blue feet. So I don't own the actual official release of this, but from what I've seen from other comparisons, it's pretty much there apart from the scale. It's got all the same accessories, you know, for a fraction of the price. Very nice looking. I will be comparing it to another Mafex I own, which is the Hush Batman. So I'll put them to one side for now. Let's go over articulation on this guy. And from getting him out of the box, he moves very smooth and easy. No issues at all. So let's start from the top and work our way down and see what kind of range we can get. So his head, look at that. So it doesn't, like the joints on this, they're not stiff at all, and they don't feel like loose or anything, but they just move so smooth. You know, I'm blown away for the price of this guy. Look at that, look how smooth that looks. And it's just so easy to maneuver. So that's his head and neck articulation. His arms go up, squeaky squeaky. It's got lovely double joints here. Got bicep, swivel. His arms can move with no ease here. He's got a lovely butterfly joint. Get his arm right across. Same on the other side. So you can get him in some really cool, like, flying web shooting poses. Very, 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 very cool. I'm really impressed with it. I really, really am. So his legs, again, they just move so easy. Like, it's like, it is Mafex quality, even though it's not. It's a bootleg of Mafex. All the articulation is there, and it works really, really well. You can tell it's a bit of like cheap plastic on its knee. You can sort of see like a gloss here. I can't knock it for that though. You know, everything else is just working so well on it. So his legs. Oh, have I just took his leg off? Yep, there you go. So that's the joint there. It's just a ball, and that should just pop straight back in. There you go. Clicks into place, no problem at all. Wow. I keep saying I'm impressed with this figure, but the price of this guy, wow. Just wow. So I can't knock it for articulation and the aesthetic of it, how it looks. It's great. I'm absolutely blown away. And then when you compare it to an original Mafex, obviously you can tell that like that's the real deal, and that's a knockoff. Like the more paint detail on this than that. But again, like the joints on this are pretty much the same as the KO. Like they move just as well. Really, really impressed. Let's go in his arms, like so. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than an original Mafex. So I've got to give him that. You know, the scale's not there, but the functionality of this guy, it's the real deal. It's so good. And if you just want a standard black suit Spider-Man to have to pose and mess around with and not scale with anything else, I think this is a must buy. It just works so well. So well. So let's try some of the accessories on him and see if that actually works. So let's try his backpack. So I'm guessing you just put it on there, put his arm round like that. Oh, actually, there you go. Ah, there you go. It actually unclips. That's a nice touch. So if that pops back in there, no, doesn't want to do it on camera, but you get the idea. You can just pop that peg into the back of the backpack, and there you are. You've got a Spider-Man with a backpack. That is very, very cool looking. I'm loving that. So let's try his other head. See how easy it is to actually pop off this guy. So I think it's two different pieces on this. It's got a neck piece which detaches to attach this head on, which we'll do in a minute. That comes off quite easy. I'm happy with that. Doesn't go on as easy though. There we go. Got slightly different eyes. Bit more menacing this look. I think I actually prefer that one. The bigger eyes. Which head sculpt do you prefer? I'm going for this one. So that's his head. Whilst I've got his head off, let's try and remove this neck piece to add this on. So I'm guessing you kind of just work at it, and does the whole thing come out? Let's have a look. This is where I break it now and go back on everything I've said. Let's go. Oh, there we go. There's his neck piece. And then let's put Peter Parker's neck and head on this guy. Does it want to go on? If you've got the original of this, let me know if the hands and neck pieces interchange a lot easier than this guy. Yeah, I'm liking that. Looking good. Looking really good. This head sculpt, CT Toys have done a fantastic job on that. Blown away for a KO, and for, you know, these cost less than a Marvel Legends, and you get loads more accessories, more paint, and articulation, which really works, and no pins. I think that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So again, the head and neck, no problems with it moving. I'm liking that. Brilliant head sculpt, that. So let's take this off and put the Spider-Man head back on. Hopefully I can do it again. Bit awkward to kind of get it off. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm going to break it. Better not break it. Ta-da! That back on there. Like I said, I've not changed any pieces on this, so this is the first time me actually doing any of it. So you're getting my first reactions of everything about this guy. Bit of a gap there. Must just snap into place. No. Or did it already have that gap? I can't remember now. I'm liking the blue. The blues and the black on this. Yeah, it's lovely. You can see it all, like the light just bouncing off the blue hues to the black. Very, very nice looking. Yeah, I think that's as far as I'm going to get that on. Right, so let's try some web accessories. So I'm guessing you just pop this off. So far, so good. You know, I'm not having anything break, because I've had KOs in the past and they're absolutely awful. They just fall apart like NECA. I've had like knockoff Marvel Legends and they're just absolute crap. But this seems to work. So does that go over that? And then that should plug into there. No, yeah, there we go. Look at that. So you can have him, you know, firing his webs. That's awesome. Everything seems to be functioning on this guy pretty well. So I do want to try the magnetic feet and hands. So we'll pop everything off now, like so. Feet, how do they come off? Again, the feet, they move like really, really easily. Bit stiff doing the ankle pivot, but it works. So let's pull that off there. Out there. Magnetic feet go on like so. Ta-da! And where's the other one? There it is. So that just slots into there. Not going anywhere. And where are the hands gone? So the magnetic hands, there's one. And number two. Come on. Hey, there we go. Squeaky, squeaky. Yeah. So, with the magnets on, in theory, this should stick to magnetic stuff. So, I've got my daughter's water bottle here. So let's put it to the test. So, let's put his legs up here. It feels quite weak, to be fair. Let's no. Hang on, if I do Maybe if we get his arms like that, and then that like that, that like that, that like that. Let's see if we can get him holding on. Come on, please do it. It doesn't want to work. I can feel it sticking. I think it just wants to slide though. You know what? Should we try it on the fridge? I think we should. Let's go to the fridge. And it works. Here he is. Takes a little bit of getting used to find the sweet spot, but the magnets on its hands and feet, excellent. Now that we're back, the reason I couldn't get the magnets to work as well as they should have, I've actually put the left on the right and the right on the left on the hands, which is bad on my part, but it actually showed the function of these magnets. They worked, so that's a thumbs up in my book. So let's go over some size comparisons. So this is a Marvel Legends Spider-Man, and as you can see, he's only slightly smaller than this guy. But with that said, the articulation on this guy absolutely trumps the Marvel Legends in every way. Like, look at that for the leg. It just, doesn't move that easy, and it's really stiff up at the hip, and it's got this annoying drop down hinge which doesn't really function well. And this guy he's so smooth to move. It's like butter. If you've got a Mafex figure, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All the articulation is just so smooth. So you could make the scale of these guys work, no problem at all. And here he is next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool. Again, Deadpool's slightly bigger, but you could also make it work. You could say this guy is a younger Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and that would work no problem at all. And they do look very nice together, I do have to admit. And you can make that work in photos. And here he is next to a Mafex Batman. Got a massive cape on this guy, by the way. And you know what? The scale on these guys, it's not actually too bad. That's an original Mafex. That's the CT Toys bootleg. And I think, the scale isn't too bad. And if you wanted a Spider-Man just to have by itself, you can display. This is great, and it just stands easy. It doesn't fall over. It's great. And here he is next to a Marvel Select Venom, and they look pretty sick together. So if you know the storyline, these two, they do have a battle and everything. Oh, it's got good stuff. So let me know your thoughts on this. If you're going to pick it up, or if you've already got a CT Toys, or if you're going to pick up any CT Toys figures in the future. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. They are actually releasing a classic Spider-Man version of this guy and a brown suit Wolverine, which I'll definitely be picking up because, for the price and with it being a bit of a smaller scale, Wolverine would fit in so well because he's meant to be a smaller guy anyway. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye for now.